Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, we've got Dead Space reviews, and the people love it. It appears the reimagining of the 2008 classic is not only good, but it may be great. The reviews are in, and everyone that I've seen today is raving about it. Now, sure, I, Jesse Cox, huge Dead Space fan, didn't get an early copy.
Am I a little butthurt? No, I'm a lot butthurt.
Yeah.
But I cannot stress how excited I am to see all the people I know and love just rave about it. As a Dead Space fan through and through, I love, you know what, I'm gonna say all three of the games. I don't even care if you didn't like the third one, I loved it. And when I see reviews write stuff like this, the Dead Space remake is big, beautiful, and better than the original while maintaining the magic that made the first game an instant classic. Turns out, great game design is timeless. When I see that in the reviews, well, I mean, you know we streaming it tomorrow, just all day. Come on over to the stream, find me there, I will be playing, I cannot wait. And if you can't make it because of work, it'll be over on Cox Clips eventually, it'll be fine. I'm so excited. In other news of video game classics, Naughty Dog is moving on from some of theirs. In an interview with BuzzFeed, Neil Druckmann brought up the future of the company and Last of Us, as well as Uncharted. I know there's a bunch of people wondering about The Last of Us Part 3 and whether that will be a thing or not, he said. All I could say is, at Naughty Dog, we're very, very privileged that our publisher is Sony, which means Sony funds our games, supports us, and we're owned by Sony. Which, just pause before we continue. That's a crazy statement, right? Like, I'm not the only one who read that and was like, okay. They have supported us every step of the way to follow our passions, meaning that just because something is successful, people think there's all this pressure and we have to make a sequel. That's not the case. For us, Uncharted was insanely successful. Uncharted 4 was one of our best-selling games, and we're able to put our final brushstroke on that story and say we're done. We're moving on. But when it comes to Last of Us, the next game coming down the pipeline is a multiplayer game, which is so very 2023 in gaming. And I think we can agree that Naughty Dog makes some pretty high quality games, and they have a track record of making a lot of them. Multiplayer? Not so much. And so I'm really curious about this move to that, because even though the man is saying, Sony don't make us do anything, this feels like throwing a bone to Sony so that they can continue making the things they want. Because when I think Naughty Dog, I don't think multiplayer Last of Us. But in April of last year, Druckmann did say they were working on a Last of Us 3 script, so who knows? And finally, from the world of Twitch, for the longest time, if you had to describe discoverability of new Twitch streamers, I think we can all agree, it was shit. I still don't understand how, if you're just starting out, how you get people to find your channel for the first time. Well, Twitch seems to recognize that maybe this is a thing they should address. Finally. In an open letter, Chief Product Officer Tom Verrilli and Chief Monetization Officer Mike Minton offered up details on the future of Twitch. Right now, if you're a Twitch streamer or just a fan of watching Twitch, you know that when you go to a Twitch channel, the first thing you see is an ad. Boom. Get hit with an ad right away. And that sucks. When I go to see you, and if you're a new channel, I don't know anything about you, and the first thing I see is an ad, that's an immediate turn off. I will probably leave and go someplace else, right? So what Twitch decided to do is, if you play X number of ads over the course of an hour in your stream, they'll remove that upfront pre-roll ad, which is fine, except now you're playing a bunch more ads in order to prevent people seeing ads when they first join. But now they're going to get ads maybe during an important part of the stream. Who knows? Well, Twitch plans to simplify that requirement sometime in the first half of this year so that streamers who run 3 minutes of ads per hour can disable those pre-roll ads. It's essentially the same thing, except on the streamer's side, they now have toggles where they can decide what they want to do on their end rather than just Twitch making it all happen. The idea being that this would result in fewer pre-roll ads in general. And when you do get them, Twitch says it will use a picture-in-picture feature so you can still have the ads play without missing the stream. Viewers will soon get a warning before mid-roll ads are about to play during a stream, and the ability to snooze them, presumably to play later, which actually I love, because there's a lot of times during my streams where something's about to happen and I see someone freak out that an ad played right when something amazing happened. Now, in theory, you can kind of push it back a little bit, and I'm all right with that. Twitch says it's also working to make Twitch Turbo, its $8.99 a month subscription service that removes ads from the site, better and more relevant for our community. Twitch tags will also get their own URLs on top of the existing front page curation to help you find topics you like, and mobile users will be able to scroll through clips in a feature that sounds a lot like TikTok. On the streamer side, they'll be able to pin up to 20 clips on their channel page, and will have tools to edit them for publication on social media. They'll have the ability to send videos and clips to all their followers and subscribers, like YouTube's community posts. And sure, on paper, all of that sounds like a big, good change. But in practice, it just means a whole lot more work for streamers. And most streamers are by themselves in a room in their house, and they're doing everything on their own, and they're already working 14 hours a day behind the scenes when they're not even streaming, now you're adding all this other work. And this is just, it seems to me like one of those things where if you have a team and you've got like 4 or 5 people, 6, 7, 8, you have editors and whatever, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna cruise through this. You're gonna get more successful. But if you're just starting out, I still don't see how this is something that helps you. Maybe I'm missing it, but I feel like, again, this is another one of those like rich get richer. And if you're just starting out, good luck, because I'm convinced that this whole clip thing, and it's just going to be the same faces over and over and over again. The same people we see all the time. The people that kind of are the big top dogs at Twitch. That's what we're going to see. I know the idea is you're going to expose to new people and the tags and no, man, the people who have the teams to gamify everything, just like the algorithm here on YouTube. Once you gamify it, and once you have a team that can like figure out what to put in and what SEO to do, you kind of play the game rather than create content. And if you're a content creator who creates for the process of creation, just like to be creative, none of this works in your favor, and it never will. And the same thing with Twitch. If you're creating content just for fun and you're like, hey, I'm expressing myself and I'm doing things and we're laughing, that's not what it's going to be. It's going to be algorithmic. How do you get on the front page? What keywords do you use? What tags you're using so you pop up in the right tags for the right URL? And how do you get your clips on? That's what it is. That and I know they're trying to sell it as like, it's the future, baby. And it is, but I don't like it. But you know what I love? This is it. Patreon.com/Jesse Cox, where you can hang out with amazing people like Brandon Brown, Victor Montalin, Spazacorn, and Marcus Anderson. Anyway, that is it for me. See you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.